Let's work on the scrap tray. Hello and welcome to the treasured page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. Today I'm focusing back in on my scrap tray that I've been building. I've been putting it together just out of one card sheet. So one A4 sheet has created this. And what I did, if you didn't see the previous video, was I just took one card, I've cut away the little squares here and separated the sides, and then I have attached them back on there with some parcel tape. So this is the back of it and this is now the front of it. It is an eclectic scrappy collage using just scraps that were floating around. Sometimes we can lose our mojo and this is a great way of pulling you back in, playing with a scrap. Sometimes I just make a piece of ephemera using the scraps. It gets me back into the mood, brings on that creative flow and allows me to get back into a project. So this was fun. I've put that all down, but none of the scraps are precious. These are just pieces that I've put down and I'm quite happy for them to be covered up. So what I've got here, apart from a few very nice digitals, I've got the digitals here from the summer labels from Clee Black Creations. There is a little portion of ephemera that comes from Rach and Bella Crafts, one of their summer digital kits, and I've only really used other scraps. There's some stickers, there's normal stamps and things, vintage ones, things that I've made, book page, that's the sort of thing. We've got some washi tape being used here. The animals that you can see coming in here came from some tissue paper that I had. I think it came from the Natural History Museum, something like that. One of those cool finds along the way. What I want to do now is just seal everything in. I don't really want anything peeling up. So I'm putting down matte medium as a collage glue and I'm just going to go over everything here. And I think I'm going to take it a step further and I'm going to cover it over with some tissue paper as well. I'm going to mute down some of the colours. So I'm just using the bottom sheet of a lunch napkin and I'm going to put this down on the base of my tray. I'm just going to pull this away and where it's got damp it just rips away easily, and then we'll just put that down there like that, making sure that everything is going to be able to come back up again. Now I'm just looking at this and I'm going to be pulling some of the napkin away to allow some of the images that I want to see popping through. So I'm now just pulling away the wet napkin across these berries. We're looking at inspired by nature and I'm wanting to see these with a bit more clarity, so I'm just pulling away that tissue paper there. That's fun. Then what else would I like to see? I'd like to see these strawberries, so I'm just removing that. And then I think I'd like to see the butterfly, so I'm just going to push that napkin out of the way. And then this rose here as well, see if I can just move that off there. Now here on the treasured page we have monthly projects. This is this month's project to make a tray which could be used as a desk tidy or drawer organizer, and it's certainly meant for your scraps. So to put your scraps, you can collage it any way you like, or you can put paint effect on it. We're going to be looking at the sides. I'm going to be making a snippet roll. Hopefully that will be done today in this video. But what I've got is a parcel that's arrived from my swap partner from last month, and she is sending me some ephemera to have a look at. That's going to go in my summer journal. I'm going to have a look at that today because it's from Deborah, and Deborah is also going to receive this scrap tray. So I'm going to see what she sent me and then I'm going to work out how best to decorate this to say thank you to Deborah. All right, the postman has been and I have received some fun parcels and a little card. So I've opened it up. I've got the parcels here and I've got this beautiful sunshine with sunflowers, a field of sunflowers. That's wonderful. So this is from Debbie. She says, "Dear Melanie, here is your August swap. Sorry it's late, but I appreciate your patience and understanding. It means such a lot to be part of your lovely group. I really hope you like what I've made and sent. I used turmeric and avocado dyes to connect the cuisine aspect. Many thanks for all that you do. Take care, Debbie. Well, thank you very much, Debbie. This is wonderful. You're actually not late sending this out. You're bang on time. So we did say that the project needed to be out by the first week of September, and here it is. So not late at all. And this beautiful, colourful, oh, I guess, so this must be your turmeric colour. Well, that matches my jumper today, so that is definitely brilliant. So lots of yellows coming in there. Okay, so this is for this project. So if you haven't been following along, this was for our summer swap. Now I have got everything here has come from 3 wonderful women in the UK that have sent me their makes and their gorgeous things, and I am going to incorporate it all into one project. So I was sent this cover as my first summer swap project. That is a signature cover, and it came with this signature like that. I've been adding things to the pocket. And this was from Alison, so thank you very much to everybody. This is from Jeanette, that's also going in here. And then these things are going to help me as well. But look at this, guys. I've also been sent this from Debbie. Isn't that just brilliant? All the lovely colours and the flowers. And I'm thinking that it could come and live here. So whilst this was great, this is actually a little bit bigger, and I think that it may fit in there better. So I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Does this look good? Because we can put some more things in the background and maybe sew this on to this soft cover. But I think that that's really fun. We're going to bring that round and see. Maybe that will fit under the button a bit better. Something like that. Really cool. So that is from Debbie. So the whole thing could work very nicely. Let's get into this and see what we have. There's lots of parcels here. I'll start with a small one here. This electrifying yellow elastic. Fun packaging paper been stamped on, so that's good. We can reuse that. Lovely linen top there. This looks to me like it might be, yes, I think it's a hidden paper clip. So we'll just have a look at that. Yeah, it's a hidden paper clip made out of tags. So that's great. Looks like we might be in Italy for this one. Lovely stamped paper. Such a brilliant idea when you're wanting to decorate up some parcel paper, just to make your own wrapping. Oh, what is this? So this looks fun. We've got some strawberries, some cactus, this turmeric lace being used. Actually, they look, let's see if I take this, do I take this bit off? Oh no, it's all one piece. Okay, so that all has a journaling card on it. Oh, how fun is this? Oh, look, playing cards. Oh, great, what a great idea. So they're like that. They're almost like artist trading cards, aren't they? But they are... Oh, these are really fun. These are really fun. I love these. What a lovely pop of colour. And then there's 2 more there. And they're all decorated up the same. That's great. What a fun way to deliver them. Okay, so those can come and live in the journal. We've got lots of things here. That's absolutely super. All right, so we are getting some real summer colours coming in here. We can definitely embellish with this beautiful yellow lace. And then let's have a look at this one. I can't believe it's such a lot. This is very chunky. Oh my goodness. Just take a moment to take in this packaging paper, because that's just awesome. So we can use that. This could be my scrap pack to use. Oh my goodness, there's so much here. Look at that. That is a very cool paper bag. That is brilliant. And then I can put all the pieces in here to keep everything together. That's so brilliant. What else have we got? We've got some book papers. Lovely vintage flowers there. And then, oh, some interesting things. So this is sort of a scrap pack for me to use. We've got some more papers there. Cards, book page. Lots of things to make ephemera out of. Some things that I can dye with coffee or tea stains, some receipts, India tea, some photographs even. Oh my goodness, these are beautiful. Somebody's first school photograph there. Look at that. 1920s almost, is it? Wow. Beach holidays. This is too much. Oh, pussycat. Oh, aren't they great? Look at that. This is from a game. Oh, I like those. They're great. Oh, look at this. What a stunning colour. I can't tell you. Look, that is almost perfectly matching my colour mood today with my jumper. And then some really pretty pictures here. Beautiful. Oh, different quotes from different people. Poems and things. George Eliot. Oh, we'll have a look at that another time. But these are really lovely watercolour scenes of England. So that brings in the culture, doesn't it? We're in England. And country stuff here. And then we've got Van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh. So that's the Netherlands. And I think he painted this one in France. So it's the sunflowers coming in, that beautiful summer colours for our summer journal. And we're trying to still hold on to summer here, even though it feels very much like autumn. So, yep, these are lovely cards to use. We can keep all of that together. Okay, so I've got some great scraps there and some papers to use. Look at that. That's so fun. I love that. Oh, look, lots of little shapes all out of the special papers. Oh, look, that is a good idea. Die cuts out of the lovely papers. Oh, that is so good. They're great. I am inspired by those. That's fantastic. And look at these old places. Look, there's an old church there. That could go in my other journal. All right, let's think about that. So we've got some inspiration coming there. And then we've got this. This looks interesting. So there's lots of little bits in this pocket. Let's take it out so we can see. So there's nice tags been put up here for embellishment. But look, isn't that good? Little pocket just made from a book page. Just folded up and folded again, just to make those little fun pockets. Really cool. We've got this yellow lace, and then it's got that on the back. So more journaling space in there. But I'm just wondering, see, that's very fun, isn't it? I'm wondering, maybe that could be sewn into a journal and then you'd have these little pockets peeping through. So that's a nice idea, something to think about. Some fun journaling cards there. Seeing what I can add to my summer journal using some of those things. Fun little embellishment there, nice colours. I think these are, oh my goodness, look at all of this. Wow, lots of stuff, guys. I think Debbie is having a clear out of her craft room. I think we all are, actually. It's just the time of year when we're all thinking about our craft rooms and tidying up and passing things on. And then hopefully the other person will find value in what they've got. I mean, I will. Look at these lovely tickets. They're so useful to be putting on journals, swinging about, and lots of beads and things. I could have fun altering those. Some of those colours, they're beautiful. I mean, they remind me of oranges. So actually, in a summer journal, that's quite perfect, these colours. And then there's some really beautiful ones here. And then we've got the sunflower again and a horseshoe, and it's all just lovely. So I'm thinking, and some little, another one there. Lots of little charms and things. Definitely need a tin. Hang on. I've given away my lemon tin. I sent that off in my swap, so that one's gone. But I've got lots of tin. I'm going to use one of my tins that I've been making. If you haven't seen this, I've got a full tutorial on how I rusted my tins with a very quick method, so you can see that and then embellish the top. So I'm going to put all of these pieces in here so that I don't lose them because they are rolling around the table. So there we go. That organises everything straight away. And then more buttons and things. Oh, the little owl. This could come on this latest project. We might have to bring him forwards to the nature journal. That's a very fun way of tying a parcel with that double ribbon there. Really cool. Oh, it says treasured. Treasured. How fun. Oh, look. This is great. It's a great big tag. Let's have a look. This looks like it might be able to come and slip inside this pocket here and be the right colours. I will make that work because I think it's just being a bit caught on something just there, but I can reorganise that. I think that this is a really nice idea. I've seen something similar where you've got a dashboard and then you can put post-its and things on there to yourself. So I really like this idea. It's great to have that laminated. That can help you to be organised. You can put stickers on it and then peel them off when you want to use them. I think that's really fun. That way is quite nice as well. That's great. That looks fun. And these colours all tie in. Very cool. Coming together with some ideas now. And then we've just got this last parcel here. This, I would say, is the avocado die for the turmeric. So we've got those pieces. Lovely paper as well she sent me. Let's have a look here. Oh, wow. Wow, look at those colours. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Debbie. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at these beautiful fabrics that I could use, and that's all going to come and help with this journal. Wonderful colours, all thought through and well curated and tethered together, and even sewn and bound with some beautiful stitching up there. That's so pretty. So if we can salvage that and also use some of this in the journal, I think I can come up with some really wonderful ideas. So that is very exciting. That ties in with what Alison's given me and Jeanette as well. Beautiful little clips there and buttons and things to play with. Then we'll just very quickly have a look at all the little extra pieces here, which is some fabrics. Look at this one, that lovely orange colour and culture. So that's answered the brief nicely with this beautiful cultural fabrics, these saris. Aren't they just so pretty? So we can use some of the embellishment, be able to cut some of this off. Look at that all twinkling. We can have a really colourful journal, and then that's really lovely as well. Some nice silk textures. Absolutely stunning. So Debbie, that is really brilliant. All the things I've been given here, absolutely stunning. It's over and above what you needed to send me. There's lots. I can really get my head around all of that. Thank you so much to everybody taking part in the swap. We've just started our autumn and fall swap. That's over on the Facebook page if you want to have a look at the photographs of all the things that are coming through. And of course, we will be making our scrap tray, which is going to be super helpful for all of these bits and pieces. So I'm going to be putting this out the way, and then we'll work on our project. So after that wonderful sunshine package, I'm now pulled back into my autumn and fall project that I am creating for Debbie. And here, interestingly, I've chosen to put some sunflowers, and that's quite fun. Okay, now I'm just going to do some embellishments here. I'm looking at this leaf and I'm wondering whether I can just put my gold over this leaf and just emphasize that, because it was a die cut and it is raised. So I'm just going to put some gold down here. I've got some texture here now on this paper, so I'm able to bring gold into the project. And we're just going to go around the edge like this. Some of that beautiful texture coming in. And now we've got some lovely gold texture coming through here. Hopefully that's picking up. And then I can have a nice focal image to bring together this autumn fall feel. We'll have some inspirational quote along there, I think. Okay, I am just adding gold here. I have gone absolutely crazy. I love it. It's so much fun. And Debbie has indicated to me that she likes the artist Clint. So look at this. I am really going to town with my gold embellishment here, applying my gilding wax like there's no tomorrow, and really having a fabulous time. It's picking up all the raised bits of my collage, all the scrappy pieces that I didn't really care for anyway, and now I'm just putting that decoration over there. And Debbie has also said that she likes mushrooms, autumn, fall and woodland creatures. So I've got a selection of embellishments here, and these are digital kits. This will be over on my Ko-fi page. You can have a look at these little fussy cuts and journaling cards that will be available for you, and some of which will be a freebie. And this is the lovely owl we've got to work with. He comes on a beautiful background card, and I've just cut him free of that so that we can now have him come and live on here in all the gold glitzy glory. And I've got some fun watercolor images here, which is a badger and a hedgehog, and I'm not going to put them on this project because I just want the owl to sort of blend in and be part of this. And then I'm going to bring in the toadstools, and I've also got this otter. I think the otter might like to come and live here. I think he could just sort of sit there and those two could play. And there's another little mushroom there, so I'll just put a little bit of ink around. And I'm just working with a distress ink there, that's Rusty Hinge, just putting that around my image there, just that will now pop off a little bit better. And also around the mushrooms as well. That just brings in a nice edging all the way around, takes away the white cut line and just makes it a little bit more aged and weathered. And I think I could probably just bring some of the ink around the sides here. All right, so everything has got some ink on it. Okay, this has been printed out on 120 GSM paperweight, so I am going to now glue this down. And I'm just using my 3-in-1 going all the way around this embellishment, and I'm going to put this down here. Just want to see the word September there. Bring that down. Oh, he is gorgeous. I love him. That looks really smart there with all the little pieces in the background. And then we've got these mushrooms. Maybe we'll want a little one just down there. Have a little toadstool gathering. Perhaps that's going to go there like that. How about that? Well, that is the otter, and he's going to come down here with the sunflower and the berries behind. I think that's where I want him. Just gently put it in place. Just angle him over there, and then that's going to be there. So I can just see a hint of that butterfly. Yes, I think that's okay. We'll just have him pushed down there. Instead of gold, I could have used a white paint or an off-white paint just to have given maybe an aged brushed effect, and put that down as well. So we're going to have that like that. That's fun. And then this one's going to come and be over here. So this project has very much been about layers and textures as we've put down the scraps. Building in the things that we love, things that are going to make other people smile. So this is quite cool. It's getting definitely more embellished there. It's really pretty. And now I'm just going to blend in some of the edges with the gold, just a little touch, so it looks like it's all part of one piece. And then what I'm going to do is seal it in with my matte medium as well, so this doesn't peel off. This is very much an art piece now, and I'm also going to put a piece of lace up there just for that texture, and I may go over that with a gold as well. Just treating it as a blank canvas, going away, coming back and seeing what can be added, what I can get away with. So this is a digital kit, but I want to be very careful here. I'm just going to apply some of the glue over the top of my inked printouts here. Just gently do that. Just a very light glaze of the matte medium. hopefully it won't warp the colours too much, and the brush is a little damp, so this is a risk, but just go over like that. Get the glue around the edges and that will just bond it. Hopefully we won't have anything peeling up, so I'll just gently put that over. Just that light coating. And then we can build the layers up and do another coat in a minute, just let that settle in. One thing I do like about matte medium is it really does glue down and seals everything in really quickly. That's why you have to be careful of your brush. Make sure that you go and wash that off as soon as possible. So it is just a really good all-round great collage medium. You can add literally anything in there. So this is now lace going down, and then when that dries, it dries clear, and I'll just pick out the white of those mushroom stalks. So I'm just going to allow that to dry. So this is the bottom of the tray. I've put washi tape all the way around. I was originally putting some scraps down here, but I've tidied them away, and then I thought I'll just make Debbie laugh, and I'm bringing in this fun image of this very flamboyant bird. So I'm just going to put that down there, and that's going to be the bottom. Okay, I'm using up my matte medium here, and I'm going to repeat the process and do a nice generous slick of this collage glue, put down my napkin and give myself a textured base so that I can just carry on with a bit of gold on the bottom as well, and just have this fun flamboyant bird peeping back at us. So I'm just going to use the other part of the napkin. This is the actually can see some images on there of animals, so I think I'll put that over there. That's working out, just be a bit careful with it. And gently does it. It's easy to rip the tissue. I've done it a bit there. Doesn't matter because it all adds to the texture, but I want to, let's maybe remove this away from his face so we can at least see the eyes. So the matte medium acts to take some shine away from the paper. We've got this napkin which we can now tear free of the project, and I'll leave that to dry. Okay, while my flamboyant bird is drying, I'm having a look at this. This is a 1-inch double-sided sticky tape. So this is the sticky side up. I'm going to cut some lengths, and this is what I'm going to use to embellish the sides of the tray. Alright, so I have cut 4 strips. I've got 2 that are longer for the longer sides of the box, and then 2 for the shorter sides of the box. These are going to become snippet rolls using just all the scraps and things out of the scrap tray again. And what I'm going to do is, when I see a scrap in the right colour tone, I'm going to be taking little pieces and peppering it through all 4 strips, so there's some continuity all the way around. So even though that's a scrap's got not much going for it, there's another bit there. I'm going to almost just do things like this so that we can see that this is going to come and be part of the embellishment all the way around, and it will match in with all of the pieces here. So we'll just do it like that. So every time we look round, once I've got one bit down, I've also got a place to hold. So there we go. We're trying to be inspired by nature here, and I want to bring in some autumn and fall colours. So just thinking about the low light of autumn as we start to see things changing, not to bring that upon us because we're still very much in summer, but when these projects go out, when this is received, it's going to be October, and so that's definitely going to be what we're thinking about. So I'm just going to put the colours down of October, just those dark russety colours, bringing in the browns, and then we'll look for oranges and the glow. Woodland, can just put down little pops of the colour that I want to see and bring in colours and textures. Now I'm just putting over the top some more embellishment that has some context to it. So I've started to put down things with some stamping on it. So that says postcard. I've got some Hessian there. This says Kew Gardens. So I'm putting that down there. Nature inspired, definitely, at Kew Gardens. And then some lace, which has got some leaf shapes on it. I've then found these cigar labels, which I'm going to cut out because they've got some mushrooms on them. So I'm just going to chop off the ends there. And then these frames can come and be part of this. I think they might just about work. It's pretty much all we need to think about. Hello, it's the next day and here are my snippet rolls. I was digging out some fabric scraps that I had been given from a local sewing shop earlier on in the year, and they were in some very nice colours. So I had some oranges coming through, really nice full colours, that berry colour there, and then some greens and some reds. So I have put them throughout these little snippets, and there's the sticking tape on the back. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back in the project and just show you where I'm at, because I have been looking at how I want to decorate these, and because I found these fabrics, they are from Liberty in London, lovely scraps actually. I'm going to be putting them down onto the panels on all four sides. Now they would look great just like that without any need to go any further. I mean, that's really cool. But because I've made my snippets, we're going to have it looking like this. But because I want to see the fabric, I'm going to reduce down the sides of my snippet rolls and make it very, very neat. So when I've finished with the snippet roll, which I think I have now, you can see I've got some embellishments put on there as well, some little Tim Holtz field note snippets. I found some bugs and some things, and so here we've got little bits like that just coming through, butterflies, toadstools. They, I think, will look really nice if I put some sewing through it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to make them narrower so that they can be stuck down, and then we'll see the fabric backing. That's the idea. So they won't be as scrappy, although they're really cool, and that's how to make them. This wasn't a tutorial particularly, this is just my process, and I am making this up as I go because that's part of the fun of it. And then the snippets will come and, you know, be here. And they're long enough to be able to wrap round. So the idea is that they will come round, and then that's how the sides are going to join together. Then what I'm going to do is, because I've had to back them onto card to make sure that they went through the sewing machine better, they were getting a bit stuck with the double-sided sticky tape, so I've put them onto some packaging paper at the back here. So this is what they're looking like on the back. And there's a few loose pieces there, so I might now go round and do an edging back on the sewing machine with these slimmer pieces. They look really cool, I'm really pleased with them. Okay, they are coming together now. I've brought this back from the sewing machine because I changed my mind. I didn't want the zigzag, it started to look too over sewn, so I liked the edge being straight and raw. So what I've done is I've backed it with my double-sided sticky tape. I'm going to do that on all of these, and what I'm doing is I'm just taking the tape and then putting it back down on here and then cutting off any excess, because this is slightly shorter now than 1 inch, just by that white amount there, that fraction. I am now going to trim around and do that for all of these tapes, and then they're done. I think in hindsight we may not have needed to start with the sticky tape. We could have just put some glue down on some packaging paper and had that as a base and then been able to sew through it. I think that's possibly the best way because this can gunge up your sewing needle. It did with mine, so that's why I added the parcel tape at the back, just so that it didn't have to go through this very sticky tape. It is extremely sticky, but on the other hand, it was an absolute pleasure to be able to just stick the scraps down straight onto the sticky tape, and this has actually made for a nice stronger piece. It's helped to stabilize it with the double layer, so there's benefits and disadvantages to doing it with the 2 layers of the sticky tape, because now I'm having to cut this, risking gunging up my scissors, and I can say I'm not enjoying this particular part of it because it is a bit more of a fiddle. But I think with everything it's going to look great. It stabilizes my look. See, I'm getting into a bit of a pickle here, but it will give strength to this piece, and it is going to go and stick down on top of fabric. So I do need some sticky tape, which this definitely is. There we go, I got through it. It was a bit of a task, that one, I have to say, but I think we have to work with what we've got, and I had extremely sticky tape. So there we go, I've managed to get through that. I've got my pieces, I'm absolutely delighted with them. And now I just want to work on my back cover, and we're just going to see, well, let's just see what one could look like. Oh yes, I think that's going to look really good. And then what will happen is this will come round, and that's how it's going to join. So I've got to cover that now with some fabric. And what I think I might be able to do, if that's stuck, I might be able to tear it. Yes, so we even get a little frayed edge there. And the same again on this one, and just go in, putting some glue all the way along that edge, and be able to pull that fabric in along that bottom. This works on the chipboard that I've used to do this. This was actually the backing of a sketch pad, so everything is made from scraps. That's it. So then that is going to look like that. Okay, so here's how it's looking. Now this could be achieved in the same way. If you wanted to make it out of fabric, you would just need to maybe paste down your strips, and you could have this tray just made out of fabric. So I'm hoping that there's lots of inspiration here for you, but this is how it's going to look when we have that all together. I'm going to have gold gilding around all the edges now, just to tie it all in and finish it off, using this paste, which is Empire Gold from Peebo. That is gilding wax. It dries instantly, it doesn't budge, you don't need to seal it in, and it just hides a multitude of imperfections. It's very forgiving, and it just really makes a project look finished if you wanted it gilded. So there's a bit there that I might just glue on because it's slightly peeling up, so all I've got to do is now just go round and check that everything is stuck down, and then I'm going to be putting on my scrappy edge that I've made, which was another little idea to show you how that can be done. And this is a process video, so I'm just figuring it out. There's loads of ideas on this tray build, really fun, and I love the fact that the girls over on the Facebook page are now sending through their pictures, and one of the solutions to joining the edges here from Christine is to punch holes in the sides there and then be able to tie a bow. And then from there, what you could probably do is hang some charms or embellishments off the side. So that could be really fun. So you could punch holes and put eyelets in it for a nice finished look. What we're going to do is tape it up with the snippet roll, which is my idea. But then you could have something on the inside, a tape, or you could just hot glue it together. That would be fine. You wouldn't need to do anything, just hot glue it. So that is how that would work. So I'm just waiting to see what other ideas come back from the very creative group that we have here on the Treasured page. And Kirsten wrote in and she showed Pat's design. Pat has got this lovely scrap tray and she tackled it by putting lace all the way around hers, which is another clever way of doing that. She did that, and Kirsten has now called it her treasured tray, and I thought, oh, that's a much better name than a scrap tray, the treasured tray. So we're making treasured trays, especially when you put a bit of heart and soul into it. Look at that, you know, that is going to be a treasured tray. I'm quite envious of this. I think I will make myself one now. So I'm very happy that this is going out to somebody on our swap group. But yeah, they are fun to make when you get into them. So I'm just going to age that up there, blend that in a bit. And then what I've got is a little cloth here, which becomes something quite fun in itself eventually. So I'm just going to use this around the edges now and give this its final polished edge all the way around here. There we go, just a really cool metallic look there. There we go, so that is the base done. I'll probably put a little label on there just signing my work, and then I'm going to attach the strips and we're going to see how this all comes together. Okay, for the next part of the video I'm going to be attaching my snippet rolls, which I've got here with the backing tape on. And what I've done is I've just pulled this bit off and cut it there to allow that much, probably 2 inches, so that I can keep that free. I want to not have that portion stuck down. So if I show you what I'm thinking, it can either come in the middle and have a border top and bottom of the background fabric. Because the background fabric is, first of all, quite lovely, because it is a Liberty print from London, Liberties of London, I would like to see more of it. So I'm going to bring the strip down to the bottom because that actually looks very nice when taken away from the rest of it. That looks really nice. So I'm having it like that. I'm wanting to leave tabs so that they can wrap round to the next panel, because that's how it's going to fix. And because I've got quite a lot of length to play with, I'm bending it where I want it to bend round, and I'm going to deal with it like this. So it comes round like that. So if I put it on its side, we can see. So that's where it's going to begin, with this purple piece coming round there like that, and then we'll have this piece free. So because I've put a bend in there now, I'm going to peel back my tape to where I have made the bend. I'm going to cut it off here, and then I'm going to put that tape back on for now. Then I'm going to remove this middle section here, and then this is what's going to get stuck down on here. But even though that is super sticky, I'm attaching it to fabric, so I'm going to put down some extra glue to help it along. Okay, now I've got my glue there, so I can put this right on the edge here, just so I know where I want it, and then bring it down to line up. This won't stick down because it's got the backing, and I can push that into place. Oh, that looks great. Now I did put an ink edge around the top using my Rusty Hinge orange colour. There we go. Okay, so now when I bring this one up, we've got this coming round. And then this is where it gets fun. We now get the next one, and we're going to be linking these in, but I'm doing a similar thing. So this time I think I can move it over because I've got this coming round, and those two are going to meet, but we could cut some of it away to match in. There's two, so that's how that will look. But you see, it will probably match up better if I cut this bit off and let those two pieces of fabric match in. That would link in. So it's all about working out what looks best. But we've got that at the moment. Keep going, and then we come round. So now we have this tab working over here, and we'll just repeat the process so that we've got some tabs to play with. Because there's a bit of yellow and there's a bit of yellow, so that will work. So I'll just give myself maybe a bit more to play with on this piece. Just lift that up, cut a bit, and then put that back onto the sticky tape. Same again on this, just work out where I want that to bend around. So I'm going to have that just before that little image there of some seed pods. Peel this bit back. Cut that. Just put that back on there for now. And then take off this middle section and glue it on. Okay, so here we are. We've got these tabs, very straightforward. You just peel them off and stick them round. So it's looking like that. I'm really pleased with it. So you would just peel that off and stick it over, but I am just going to work out now how that would look. So I'm going to lose a wee bit from here, and then if that one's going to match in there, we don't want that bit there. So take that bit away, and then the two pieces would perfectly match. There would be a join, but then what we could do is give an embellishment that would be able to be glued onto there as well with some sticky backing, and then that would just cover that bit. Okay, so it all works, it perfectly fits. They're different lengths based on the different colours of the scraps, but when I pull this up, push this in and line it up, all anyone's got to do is pull off that tab and stick it down. And you could put a bit of glue, don't think it even needs it, but just for security, bit of glue in there, and the whole thing works. And then you could put an extra embellishment if you can see the join. But I think if you pull it over tight enough, it sort of just blends in really. So it's not necessary. I don't know. I think maybe I will keep it flat. I think there's an element of fun there, and that would be very straightforward to just put those tabs in place and have a little thrill of putting it all together, especially for a creative person. So I don't know, I might leave that because I think that's an element of fun for my swap partner. Okay, so really this is done. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to put a little label on there, say who it's all from, and otherwise it's done. And there we go. So that is my project. It's going to look absolutely great when it's all made up, and then hopefully Deborah will put a really cool picture up about that over on the Facebook group and we can all have a look at it. But I'm super pleased with that. That has been so much fun. So I would say that that probably took me 4 hours, mainly more time just to figure it out, but you could stop at any point. It didn't have to be as involved as that. You can just take some ideas from this and create your own tray. Signature scrap pack, off it goes for this month's project. Just exciting. That is such an exciting thing. And then we just put some tissue paper around that and make a bit more of a present out of it, and happy mail, off it goes. So there we go. I hope that you found that that was fun and inspiring. Lots of ideas there. I'm certainly going to take a few of those and create perhaps another one for myself in another I think these are so much fun. You could make one for every season or different projects that you might have coming up. If you've got special journals that are themed, you could make a tray in that theme before you get going. Put all your scraps in it. It's just a really lovely little thing to do. Nice calming way to settle down. So I hope you found that was fun. If you have enjoyed this, do please like and subscribe. Check the links out below for the Facebook group page. That is the Treasured Page FB group. You can have a look at all the swaps. Next sign up for the swap is going to be in November for our winter swaps. That will be through December, starting December the 1st and then running through January and February. It's a 3-month project if you want to join. It's a 3-month swap if you would like to join that. Put that in your calendar. Make sure that you sign up towards the end of November and then be ready to go for the first day of December. So that's happening. And if you'd like to be a monthly member to the Treasured Page over on Ko-fi, you can sign up and then you would have all the digitals for free. Anything with a little cost to it would be free for you, and I tend to put one up every month and freebies for everybody else. So there we go. That is all available for you. I hope that you've had fun and value here. Do please like and subscribe so you can find the videos in your subscription list. But above everything else, guys, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye-bye now.